to Native American history. The Native American race are a group of indigenous people that persevered through many years. It's kind of surprising to think how they came to the Americas, even though the first civilization began in what we know as Mesopotamia. Well, the strongest theory is the Bering Strait, where during the Ice Age, where much of the Earth's water supply was in glacial ice, sea levels dropped drastically and the land bridge emerged. The natives started out as any other civilization, nomadic. The Plain Indians lived in teepees, because they were easy to move from place to place. They had to do this because they had to follow the seasonal grazing and migration of the bison. Some groups also advanced in terms of hunting for food. For example, the Great Basin natives used harpoons to take down larger sea mammals such as squid and salmon fish that largely sustained their society. They also created canoes to aid in fishing, which created a surplus of food during scarcity. And not just that, there's also social rules for these tribes, where women had to raise children, prepare food while men were hunting and gathering. This is a part of rule as like any other society, which was growing in the earth. Okay, one of the tribes, Iroquois, held women to higher regard than any other tribes. The women were in high regard in terms of making tribal decisions via council. So in the Pueblo, we like to grow maize, which is most of our harvest. And yeah, we also have some animals that we keep as well. Something I like to keep on me at all times is my turkey, which we harvest when they are all full. Welcome to the Native American history. The Columbian Exchange colonization resulted in the Spanish versus Native Americans in New Mexico. This is happening because the Spanish are forcing religion onto natives through missionaries and demanded tribute with the labor. This is also seen when the English come because they need more land for farming and the pressure from the mother country along with the growing population. The natives are being pushed westward out of their homeland, which leads to the 1622 massacre, for about 347 Englishmen, nearly about them, died. Another important event is the 7 Years' War involving the French, Great Britain, colonials, and the natives. This is a pretty big war, and they're still being pushed westward. So to prevent this, a Native American Shawnee warrior chief leader, Tecumseh, together puts a Native American tribe confederation with the help of the British in the War of 1812, which ends in a stalemate. Not long after, Andrew Jackson signs off on the Indian Removal Act in 1830. Many feuds begin through this when the U.S. forcibly moves the Seminole Indians from Florida to Oklahoma. Also, the Cherokee were also forcibly removed to march from North Carolina to Oklahoma. Thousands of them died from disease, hunger, and cold temperatures, later known as the Trail of Tears. Now, after this, many battles continued to spur, such as Little Bighorn, from where the U.S. Army is defeated. Battles like these continue till Native Americans are U.S. citizens and pushed onto reservations. But the reservations, even now, are getting smaller and smaller, such as the Pamunkey tribe in King William County, Virginia.
You Indian, if you don't get down to Oklahoma, I'm gonna shoot you.
Shoot me. I dare you.
Wrong choice. Boom.
Native American history. Today we're going to talk about the problems in today's society on reservations. Although many Native Americans stay in touch with their communities, they also fall largely to societal problems such as gangs and poverty. Native Americans are also subject to federal laws and taxes, which was part of an agreement. As the U.S. promised to live on tribal lands, they were in return were going to promise to provide healthcare and education. This is largely seen as a broken promise within Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota, where 90% of the residents live below the federal poverty line, where as many as 3 generations live in a 2-bedroom apartment with barely working facilities. Many deaths also occur due to gang violence in towns of only 300, whether from accidents or gang violence. The living conditions are so bad on these reservations, with so many societal problems ranging from poverty to low availability in healthcare to an even smaller age of death, which is nearly half of the U.S., which is 78.